Okay, so this is basically a working calling in St. Martha the Dominator. Now, it's the St. Martha that I'm familiar with. The one, I'm going back to biblical times, the one who uh, basically was the sister of Lazarus and who existed when Lazarus was raised from the dead. So yeah, that is the one. And I'm aware there is another Saint Martha, but I think that she is part of 21 divisions. Yeah, 21 divisions. But I have never called on that Saint Martha. I have always called on this one. If the two of them are connected or the same, that's something I can't answer. Because I've never worked with the other one. I've just worked with this one. I've obtained some really good results with this one. And she is obviously very good for any situation that requires some domination. Bringing back a wayward lover, she's very good for that. If you have problems with a boss and you need to put pressure on a boss, if the boss is a nag, St. Martha is very good in that respect. Sugar daddy situations, again, very good. Anything you need to put pressure on someone, she's very good for that. Very good for the truth as well, truth in the situation. So let's see, her feast day is July the 29th, I think, and her day of the week is Tuesday. So if you begin a novena, it's always good to start on a Tuesday. And I'm going to be doing the prayer. I don't know it off the top of my head. It's got it beside me. I should know it off the top of my head, but I don't. But anyway, so her magical traits are the dragon and the flame, the broom or the besom, and the Bible. So yeah, that's what I've got. And obviously you can get candles that are, glass encased candles. They're very hard to get in my neck of the woods, but I think you can probably purchase those wherever you're from. That is a good offering to her. I'm making an offering. I have got beside me 3 little white candles lit. So I go with white candles each time, but again, if you want to research it and go your own way, that is fine. I have the photographs bound with some oils. So we need a cleaned out jar. I put love oil on the pictures. Think of me oil. Come to me oil. Come to me was just on the client's picture, her photograph. Let's see, healing, because we want the relationship, to move on, kind of thing. We want it to, progress instead of, stagnating, sort of stagnating. We want to push on past that. I've got some pheromones to keep them, attracted to each other. And love oil, obviously. So that's the petition, and I'm just putting it in here as well. And I will fill this up with some of my special red syrup that I make, especially for these jars. I'm going to read this off. So sometimes I just can't read my own writing, so please bear with me. So, Saint Martha, I resort to thy aid and protection. As proof of my affection and faith, I offer thee this light which I shall burn every Tuesday. Comfort the client in all her difficulties, and through the great favours that thou didst enjoy when the Saviour lodged in thy house, intercede for the client. I ask of thee, Saint Martha, to overcome all difficulties, as thou didst overcome the dragon at thy feet. Please, Saint Martha, please can you bring him back to her in pureness and in total love. May he make it up to her, Saint Martha, and push out all the other females and bring her the joy and happiness that she so desires. May he realize that she is the one for him, and may he realize that he needs to stop all his toing and froing. Put pressure on him, Saint Martha, to stop seeing other females. Stop this in its tracks, Saint Martha. Please stop it, because the client is suffering and all she wants is total love from this man. I ask this Saint Martha, please help. And I thank you. Obviously, there's a little bit more to that, and I will do that off camera. I don't mind doing novenas. There's obviously Hail Marys and Glory Bees and all that, and I do not mind doing that at all. Not if it brings results, and that's what we want. I'm not opposed to that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? I know I work with a lot of spirits that are left-hand path, but I also do work with Catholic saints, and I really, really enjoy it. So, I'm not opposed to working with them at all, and not opposed to novenas. And I've done novenas with the Santa Muerte and stuff, and so be it. So, it's just to let you know. Anyway, I'm just going to pop some of the syrup in here. So, this is red syrup. It is syrup with a cherry liqueur, and some moon water. I think I need a little bit of rose water added to that. Just 1 second. Actually, I'm just going to leave it here because I'm going to put some roses in at the top. I'm also going to put in some Abricamino, which is road opener powder. And this is Obsession powder. To get him thinking about her non-stop kind of thing. That's what that's for. Let's see. I just want to put some powdered rose. A little bit, because I'm putting in some fresh roses at the top of that later. Catnip is really good for attraction, so... And some motherwort. Motherwort, I always think motherwort is really good for keeping people faithful and to keep the truth, of the situation. Cinnamon and ginger, and again, this is very good for the physical side of the relationship. Okay, I'm just going to pop in some rose petals and get the candles. 1 second. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. My phone decided to do an update when I was in the middle of that video, which is a pain. But anyway, whoops. What I've got here is 3 white candles, in the shape of a triangle. I like to put candles. You can just offer her one, is fine. But I like to put them in the shape of a triangle. I've always done that. And I'll burn this down. Okay, so there we go, and I'll probably put a pink one on the very top, and yeah, that's what I've got, and that will, like I said, I'm not really sure how long this will take, in all honesty. Give me a second, I have notes. I just want to double check, just in case someone is planning to do it. I'll get the information. Okay, 9 consecutive Tuesdays. So I'll be doing that for every Tuesday for 9 consecutive Tuesdays. So, and then whenever I'm finished, I will keep that I will place that at the foot of a tree on the family property, and it will be put into the earth. Okay, in case anyone is interested in that. Like I said, she has a really nice energy around her. The way I feel when I work with her is really nice. And, don't underestimate the power of the saints, is something I need to say. A lot of people, they think that their problem needs to be solved by black magic or the left-hand path or whatever. But at the end of the day, these saints are capable of a lot. And, magic is I need to do a video on this. Magic is hidden behind Catholicism, in all honesty, and the saints and all that, and what they stand for and all. It's magic. The Bible is the biggest spell book there is, if you really, really want my opinion. So, magic exists in Christianity or Catholicism, whatever you want to call it. Do you know what I mean? So, And I think a lot of these saints, deities, I think they overlap, into different paradigms and stuff, Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to read what I see here now. So I have a side, this one is standing out to me because I think this is basically to do with him cutting you off. And I think it's to do with, and I don't mean this in any way to be patronizing or anything along those lines. I just believe in telling you what cards say and offering my advice and solution. Now, I think the problem here is, I think you're being a little bit naive around him, and I think that is what is stopping him from wanting to be around you. Is naive the right word? That is what's stopping him from wanting to be around you more. I know you love him. I know you want to be with him, and you're all about that and stuff. But he is looking for, from what I see here anyway, I think he's looking for someone that doesn't put their heart on their sleeve so much, if you know what I mean. And I don't mean to be disrespectful in any way, but I think if you to help this work along, to cut off all emotions with him, cut it completely off, he will not forget you, but you need to do this because this is the key. This is the solution to it. Shut down communication. And by all means, if he calls you, don't jump to the phone, but by all means answer the phone. Speak to him. But my advice to you is, I would really, really and truly shut down, communication and availability whenever he calls. Not to put him up on a pedestal, because at the end of the day, yes, there's a time and a place for things like that, but not now. To sway him back, you really need to be tough and show tough love, if you know what I mean. I think you really need to put space between the two of you. Now, there's a female down here, and I have a feeling though that she's not going to be on the scene for long. I think I've picked up on this particular one before. I think this one is very persistent, but there's a deviousness around her, and I think this female, she's, I keep seeing the finance card coming up every time I think this came up before, and I see the money card around her. So I have a feeling that it's all to do with cash. I have a feeling that that's her interest in him. It's not genuinely him. I think it's more to do with how, I don't know how he treats females. Does he gift them, or, give them stuff like, gifts and stuff? Because I have a feeling she's materialistic. And I think that this female knows how to play him, if you know what I mean. And I think that's why he's drawn to her. Each time she's very manipulative, I can't say that word tonight, sorry. But she knows how to use, you know, manipulation tactics, and I think she's really out for herself, and she knows how to play him. She knows how to feed on his, insecurities and stuff. I don't know if this is making sense to you, but this is what I'm saying. She knows how to talk to him and how to weave her way into his life, and she's using his insecurities, if that makes sense. So she doesn't have his best interests at heart, that's for sure. Let me have just a quick look. But yeah, I think, the two of you need to get on friends' terms, and I just mean friends. That's it, no more for the time being, because every relationship that's based on friendship has a better chance of being, a long-term partnership. So it's telling me here, the dog card, that's the friendship card, and once you become friends with him and you don't push for other stuff, you don't push the physical side or the relationship in any other way, I think that is the answer. And that's when spells will kick in, is when the pressure is off. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about spell work. The thing, especially love work, and this is something I need to address completely, because my time on Etsy, I have noticed that a lot of people think by doing a spell, results come in a couple of weeks or whatever, and that's it. And it doesn't matter what the spell is, or, that everything works in a few weeks and stuff. But it's not like that at all. Especially in love magic, you really have to do a bit as well. And psychology is important, very important. So, like I said, my advice to you is open up the friendship aspect of it. Not friends with benefits, the friendship, just friendship. And, resist anything further. You will have all the communication you need and the heart card. So that is what will work for you, and that will lead to bigger and better and greater things. So, I have to emphasize this, because no spell, I think, will become 100% successful until you do that. It's really important to take note of this, because the answer lies within that. I'm going to just cross-reference with a few of these answer deck cards. But I really, 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 I'm being really honest here, because, I want you to obtain the results, but any other way, I don't think, I think it's going to hurt you. I think you really need to back down from him, ghost him for a while. It will really help you, focus on yourself, build yourself up, into a stronger person, because that's something that's going to really attract him, I'm not saying that you're needy or anything along those lines. Please don't think that. I just really, really think that, you need to just switch the game up a bit here. Because if he thinks that you're sitting by the phone waiting for him and stuff, he won't be attracted to that. Do you know what I mean? So, and I really, really mean well when I say this. Now, a few bits and pieces are going to be stuff that's happened recently, so just I'm just going to put these into some sort of order so that they make sense. Okay, actually I'll just draw a couple more for a bit more clarification. Okay. Okay, first card out is Destruction. And that is basically everything that has happened recently. Everything, you know, your world has fallen apart really because of what he has said. And it's giving you anxiety. And then we've got Stop, Look, Listen. So that is a warning card. Do you see the imagery on the card? We have the horse so close to the edge of a cliff. So that is a warning. You know, it's telling you to just, you know, be very, very careful. Yeah, bad news. That was him speaking to you. And the truth. So, yeah, and loss. So that's everything that happened recently. Now, friend. So that really does tie in with what I was saying earlier. The Hand of Friendship. So, friendship only. That is what I am getting at. That is what will work in this scenario. Is friendship only for now. So, and be diligent about it. And the lesson. So again, you know, I keep saying when this card turns up, it's a lesson, a life lesson. So that could be, you know, something that you need to go through to a soul growth lesson, basically. Something you need to go through. And these lessons, sometimes all the magic in the world won't sway you away from them. We have to go through them to make us a fuller person. So, you know, I think there's a reason for everything in life. And yeah, this had to happen for some reason. But anyway, mistake. So, you know, I think if we play this like I said, I feel that he will realize he's made a mistake. And we have the forgiveness card. He'll come to you for forgiveness. And there'll be a lot more communication. And then we have good news. And we have change. But change not being bad. In this instance, is good. Change is good. And we have victory. So that is basically, I'm giving you the tools for progressing this and how this is, you know, is going to work out. So I really, really think you need to, listen to those cards. These cards come for a reason, you know, they're given to you for a reason. So, you know, listen to the warnings, listen to what they say, because like I said, it's there for a reason. you know, I really do think it's important that you listen to this, because when I read these out, you'll know what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, so the first card out is let go of control issues. So self-explanatory. So I really think it's important that, you know, there's no point trying to control the whole thing, because it's not going to work that way. So, you know, it's there for a reason, that card. And then we've got release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So basically, all that's saying is to just not to, you know what I mean? Try to control the whole thing. Like I said, it's best to, you know, put a bit of distance between the two of you, and love yourself first. Important card. Then we've got separation. So I think that really means that the time apart is there for a reason. Yeah, it's to do with forgiving and learning. And then we've got make the effort. And I don't think that in this instance, make the effort. I think this is a card for you. And the steps I think that you need to take. And like I said, that is, you know, you becoming stronger. Becoming, you know, you need to become a person that is, you know, that he values. I'm not saying he doesn't value you, but I mean to value you the way you want to be valued. So, you know, the chemistry is there. There will always be chemistry between the two of you. Yeah, worth waiting for. That's basically saying, you know, if you want this to work, you know, and he is the one, so it is worth waiting for and doing everything that I tell you to. Yeah, and reconciliation will happen. Now, these cards came out: wedding, honeymoon, children. Okay, so your situation is not impossible, but like I said, there's a protocol that we need to do, and that is important. That is something that is essential to get to the children, the honeymoon, the wedding, you know, the reconciliation. So it's important for you to put distance between the two of you, so he knows that he needs to come back to forgive and to learn. Do you know what I mean? That has to happen before anything can change. So I'm asking you to put distance between the two of you. I'm not saying for you not to speak to him, but I think you really need to put some space between the two of you and just let it work itself from there. The spell has been done, and I will continue to do this spell, and let's see what happens. Do you know what I mean? So please allow the space in between, because it's essential at this point, you know, and I will take care of everything at this end for you. So it's houseofmagick@gmail.com for everyone else. Please like, share, subscribe if you want. I'll speak to you all very soon, and do take care. And I'm sorry this video is in 2 parts. I have no idea how to merge them together, but yeah, thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. Have a great evening.